You are watching Travel World Online.
Manisha Saxena, Director General, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has taken over as the new Chairman of India Convention Promotion Bureau, ICPB. Speaking at the ICPB Open House Session on 26 April 2024, Saxena emphasized the government's intent to strengthen India as a premier destination for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions, MICE, tourism. Manisha Saxena said,
Chairman ICPB, and you all know the kind of thrust that is there from the government side about promoting MICE tourism in India. G20 was that defining moment where we had 60 venues, more than 200 meetings at different places. People saw what India was capable of in terms of beautiful convention centers, beautiful connectivity in terms of transport, physical connectivity, digital connectivity, the kind of experiences that the G20 delegates were given. So we are poised, and in all the cities where G20 events have happened, even the smallest of events have happened, those cities have undergone some infrastructure change. And I say this from first-hand experience because before joining the Ministry of Tourism, I have done a G20 event in a state, and which was a state which had never done many events before. I was in Mizoram, some of you have met me there also. And we did the ITM, which was the first event ever in the history of Mizoram of that scale. And soon after that, within 3 months, we did a G20 event, which was a Business 20 event. So we know what kind of effort has been put in by the state government, by the central government in sprucing up the infrastructure. I can connect this also to an experience that happened during the PATA Travel Mart in Delhi, during the PATA Youth Forum. The chairman of PATA recounted how he had visited India in 1986 as a backpacker, and how today, if he was to be told that you are in the same India which you visited in 1986, he would not be able to believe it because India has changed so much. And he specifically said, and I'm sure some of you would have been there, he specifically said that I could have never imagined that India has this kind of convention centers like the one we were in Bharat Mandapam. He said, I could have never thought that India will have the kind of highways it has, the kind of, the trains and railway stations and airports that it has. So there is a lot of global talk going on about India. There is also the geopolitical situation of the world where India becomes an automatic choice for most events and most excursions. Only we have to actually, I was just talking in the board meeting as well, that our offerings have to be very, very pinpointed, very nicely segmented and targeted to the kind of market that people are looking for. We have to do that market analysis because India is too big. If you give somebody this much of a big dabba of offerings, they will probably walk off. We don't have the time to sift through it and find out what we need. But if you give a very, very tailor-made small box of 5 things that, okay, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this in India, and these are the places, then probably we have a better chance of being picked up anywhere in the world. I mean, I really don't need to tell all of you that. You have so much more experience in the sector than I will ever have. And but my thing is that we really need to have a market analysis done. We need to have a brochure that is tailor-made according to that market analysis, what is needed there, what is needed where, and we have to actually offer a bouquet of everything. So if there's any city which we are offering, say Ahmedabad or say Guwahati, we really need to say that there are so many clusters in which you can do conventions. In this big cluster, you have capacity for holding a conference of 1,000 people because there is a convention center which has this much space. There are so many hotel rooms, like in Dwarka and Yashobhumi, you can say that. If you want to do a smaller thing, then in Ahmedabad you can take the other cluster, in Delhi you can take this cluster. If you want to do really beautiful bouquet events, you can go to Dharamshala or Manali or Khajuraho or Siliguri, anywhere in India. So we really have to segment our offerings in terms of the capacity, in terms of the kind of event. If it is a very artsy event, then probably some cultural city would be nice. If it's a business event, Mumbai, Bangalore are the business cities. If it is more about culture and heritage, then something like that. So we really need to work out those permutations, combinations. We need to be more focused in what we are offering. And we also need to, because a big trend today is business come leisure. Leisure is actually, I mean, even yesterday I was reading an article that business plus leisure tourism is what is actually taking the world. Hobby tourism is what is taking the world. So when we are planning any conference, you really need to point out the leisure part of it much in advance, so that people should not come for a conference to India and say, "Arey, I didn't know I could have gone to Agra in 1 hour." They should know it before coming to India. You are coming to India for this conference for 4 days. Please take 3 more days and you can do this. Take 7 more days, you can do this also. And if it is a country which is known for its adventure sports kind of tourism, then offer that in that country. If it is a country which is more into nature, offer that. More into culture, offer that. So our brochures will really have to be, our campaign will also have to incorporate these elements. Now in the Ministry of Tourism, I'm sure some of you would know this, we have undergone a complete restructuring of the ministry, and from the earlier 20 plus divisions, we have now come down to exactly 9 divisions. And one of those divisions is about developing new product offerings. So it is called the Strategy and Product Development Division. It is basically for having a strategy on what markets are to be targeted for what is the strategy that we have to follow with the industry to develop new tourist sites, new destinations, and what can we do to have new tourism products which combine business, leisure, experiential, all kinds of tourism, culinary, gastronomical. So Mr. Arun Srivastava will be now heading that division, and all of us are very, very keen that this division actually charts out the new vision which the country is going to have for conference tourism. So I really look forward to all your inputs, all your suggestions. I earnestly look forward to working with you, having your cooperation in helping us getting this vision into focus a lot more, and probably some deep dives, some big pictures, all of it has to be incorporated into it. And it would be a wonderful full time together. I'm sure we'll be able to achieve a lot. We'll be able to showcase what India is capable of.
Arun Srivastava, Joint DG at the Ministry of Tourism, said.
Small intervention will be that we need to work together. Industry and stakeholders like us have to work together and face the challenges in terms of how the MICE tourism has to be now developed and actually harness the advantage what we have today. This advantage or the momentum which we have got from through G20 may be there for say not long time, probably maybe for a year or two. If we are not able to capitalize on this momentum, we may lose big time on as well. Today we have venues in Delhi itself, 3 large venues, but are we going to get the kind of business which we should be getting with these venues available, infrastructure available in terms of hotels available, everything is there. So the time is short, I think, and the challenges are more. So we need to work together, and as I said, swim or sink together. So that's the approach we have to do, and then work really fast in terms of actually getting advantage of the position what we are in today as a country. Thank you.
Thank you, Arunji.
Chandar Mansha Ramani, Honorary Secretary of ICPB, said.
Which is again a convention venue. So one road show we are planning there. So at least maybe 2 road shows and 2 training programs before we do the CIC. That what we are working on it. And this time we are going to come out within it's a very short notice, like within 6 months we'll have to do it. But now we are working on it so that we should have a calendar of events for the whole year actually, not that on a piecemeal is going to decide what exactly. That's what we are going to ask your suggestions also, what exactly you need from us. What the chairperson also asked me what is the mandate for ICPB? I said, look, it's to create a platform for the members to do business. That is the mandate we have. We do it through CIC or we do it through the road shows. This is what we have been doing it earlier, and this will continue doing that. So this is one area which we definitely have in mind to do road shows and two kind of training programs in the year before CIC, and then have a calendar of events for 24-25. Just to have not a fixed dates actually, but then we'll say, okay, during this month you're going to do this, during that month you're going to do it, and need your suggestion what exactly you want from us.
Amrish Tiwari, Vice Chairman of ICPB said.
Just to add, we are also planning some fan trip with the state the shows and fan trip. So first would be going to be in the July to the West Bengal, which will have the Kolkata. Dig is the new convention center coming up. It's a beautiful beach area where they are building a 1,200 people conference center. So Dig and the Siliguri. So first we are doing with the government of West Bengal, where 25-30 MICE professionals will go on a fan trip. This will be in the July. Then we are planning another fan trip with the UP, with the Lucknow, Varanasi and Ayodhya. So that will be another fan trip. Then we do have the two fan trip requests, one from Madhya Pradesh, where date has been not finalized. They wanted to show the Khajuraho, Bhopal and Indore. And the fourth one is coming again from the Bhubaneswar. We did earlier with the Bhubaneswar, and I think they again wanted to come. So Principal Secretary called and they wanted to do another route show at the fan trip to the Bhubaneswar. So we do have this lined up. Then I made a presentation long time back, and we are planning to, I spoken to the government, Mr. Gyan Bhushan, who is now taking the skill development, HR and other things. So ICPB intend to start the CCS, that is Certified Conference Specialist Program. And hopefully before the convention will definitely in the next 6 months launch this program and have the first batch, the certified first batch. So curriculum has been designed, discussed with the member. We'll go through the whole thing, how we can cut short. We'll incorporating few more members into the board, maybe nominate, and plus a few more in the market research, and soon we'll have the whole strategy and vision what ICPB is planning. And now we are opening the floor to the members. Whatever suggestions we are noting down and pass on to the chairman, and we can have more suggestions which we can incorporate.
One point I would tell you.
You are watching Travel World Online.